chose this one because we felt it took the listener a step beyond awareness. It's truly educational, giving a really good insight into a more academic approach to mental health, but still with the personal experience that brings podcasts to life. The winner is MQ Open Minds.
I think we set out to create a podcast for World Suicide Prevention Day last year, and I think the main thing we wanted out of it was this idea that hope can come, and that's a very difficult topic to end a podcast feeling like you're hopeful and that there's something happening that can stop more people taking their own life. And I think in this episode, hope kind of came in two forms, and one was Paul sharing his incredible story of losing his dad to suicide. And also with Rory, who we're funding at MQ, he's doing research into suicide prevention, how we can intervene and really tackle the people that are at risk before they get to the point where they feel like they need to take their own life. So I'm going to pass on to both of them because they're really the reason that we're up here. So thank you so much.
I just really quickly want to say, I lost my dad to suicide 10 years ago. It was completely out of the blue, just no warning signs at all. And when you lose someone to suicide, the question that you always try and answer is why? Why did he do it? And this was 8 years after my dad's suicide, and getting to meet Rory and seeing the research point of it helped me start to answer that question as well. So I've never really said this, but I want to say thank you to Rory for kind of putting it into perspective, and the podcast hopefully will give some more hope to people that have maybe lost someone to suicide or are struggling at that time as well.
I'll just say a couple of words. I've been working in the field of suicide research and prevention for well over 20 years, and I think one of the things which has been remarkable, in particular in the last 5 or 10 years, is our recognition that not one of us has all the answers to understanding and preventing suicide. And it genuinely is only through working together that we'll really, this tragedy of 800,000 people dying by suicide each year. And what's been great with working with MQ and with Paul and this podcast is one of the big changes in the last 5 or 10 years has been this recognition that we as academics need to move beyond our ivory towers and really learn from people with lived experience. And what's great about the podcast was us learning from each other. And I think that's what's remarkable, and we're so delighted to win it. So thank you so much.
Let's have a photograph. Congrats, everybody. Excellent.